Busy nga, wala namang progress. Gising ka na bago pa sumikat ang araw. Ikaw ang unang gumigising. Ikaw na ang huling natutulog. Nagsasagot sa mga chat, nagre-resolve ng issues, walang tigil. Pero pagdating sa gabi, may tanong kang laging bumabalik sa isip mo. Bakit parang wala pa ring nagbabago? Anak, busy does not always mean productive, ha? And after more than 40 years in business, I can tell you, the most exhausted owners are sometimes the most stuck ones in the room. Naranasan mo ba na tapos na ang buong araw, pagod na pagod ka, pero wala ka pa ring makitang progress? Nakabalik ka na sa isang buwan at na-realize mo na nasa parehong level pa rin ang negosyo? Or have you asked yourself, kami na ang gumagawa ng lahat, bakit hindi pa rin sapat? Now, if any of those questions hit close to home, anak, you are not alone. There are some real reasons why this keeps happening. A business owner recently reached out to me. Tawagin natin siyang si Jana, and sabi niya, Mami N, buong araw na akong nagtatrabaho pero parang hindi sumusulong ang negosyo ko. Bakit ganito? Sabi ko sa kanya, there are 5 reasons kung bakit nangyayari ito. Number 1, you are working inside the business, hindi para sa business. Number 2, hindi mo alam kung aling trabaho mo ang actually nagdadala sa iyo ng pera. Pangatlo, you are always reacting. Lagi kang tumutugon, wala kang plano. Number 4, there is no clear structure for who owns which decisions. And number 5, you are moving every day, pero walang target na sinusukat. So, number 1, nasa loob, hindi lumalago. Naibigay mo na ba ang lahat para sa negosyo mo? Buong araw, buong linggo, pero parang hindi mo nararamdaman na lumalago? Maybe you can relate to this. There's a lady I know na tawagin natin siyang Marian. Si Marian at saka yung kanyang husband, meron silang car repair shop at car parts shop. And her husband handles the suppliers and the floor. Si Marian naman takes care of everything else. Yung bookkeeping, yung staff scheduling, customer follow-ups, and all the small fires that come up every day. She never stopped. Hindi siya nagpapahinga. Pero isang gabi, pagkatapos ng mahabang araw, umupo siya. Tapos naramdaman niya ng something na parang hindi niya ma-explain. Hindi siya masaya. Not because the business was failing, but because she realized that she had been pouring herself into the business every day, and yet nothing felt like it was moving forward. She was always inside the business, always fixing, always naghahabol, pero walang pakiramdam na lumalago. When we talked, she said something that stayed with me. Sabi niya, Mami N, parang treadmill lang gumagalaw ako pero nasa parehong lugar pa rin. And tama siya. Most of her energy was going into correcting her errors. Errors in the business. Redoing the entries and managing small daily problems. Not into thinking where the business should go next. Kasi wala nang natitira para doon. The lesson here is this. When a woman carries the daily weight of operations all by herself, she ends up working so hard inside the business that she has nothing left to work on the business. Nako, mahirap yan anak. Number 2, trabaho ng trabaho, hindi kumikita at alam mo ba yung feeling na hindi ka makatulog ng maayos kasi kahit pagod ka na, may iniisip ka pa rin tungkol sa negosyo. Nakaka-relate ka ba? Kasi ganito rin ang nangyari kay Ruth. Ruth runs a bookkeeping services business. Tumutulong sa mga small and medium enterprises para sa kanilang finances. Siya mismo ang gumagawa ng halos lahat. Encoding, reconciling, at paghahanda ng financial reports para sa mga clients niya. Pagod siya everyday but she told herself, okay lang, kaya ko pa. Kaya one night, while working late, she stopped and stared at her screen. She had just finished a full set of reports for her biggest client and it had taken her 3 full days because of all of the corrections na dapat niyang gawin. And she felt something she had been pushing down for a long, long time. Parang hindi na niya alam kung para saan pa ang lahat ng pagsisikap niya. And the next day, yung isang colleague niya ay nagtanong, alin sa mga clients mo ang pinaka-kumikita? Napatigil si Ruth. Then she said softly, actually, di ko alam. She had never stopped long enough to look. Turns out that biggest client, the one taking 3 days of corrections, was actually her least profitable account. The time she gave him gave back very little. Yung pinakamaliit na pinakatahimik na client, on time ang payment, maayos ang records, mabilis ang trabaho, mas malaki ang kita niya sa mga konting oras lang na kailangan para sa kanya. But Ruth had never seen that clearly kasi hindi siya huminto para tingnan. Anak, the lesson here is this. When you are running on empty, you stop asking if the work is worth it. And that silence is costing you more than you know. Number 3, busy pero puro reaksyon. May nararamdaman ka na kahit gaano ka kasipag, parang hindi ka pa rin nakakaabot sa pinakamahalagang bagay. If this feels a little too real, hindi ka nag-iisa. There's this couple, let's call them Gary and Leah. Gary and Leah run a lechon belly business na nagsusupply sa mga karinderya, event caterers, at walk-in customers. So Gary handles production and deliveries. Leah manages the orders, the payments, and the client relationships. Every single day, si Leah ang una. Nasa phone na agad, checking orders, hinahabol ang payments, sinasagot ang complaints, inaayos ang deliveries. She carried the communication load of the entire business. Pero nung isang buwan, yung numbers nila pumasok and it came out lower than the month before. And when Gary mentioned it, Leah felt something tighten in her chest. Nagtatrabaho naman ako ng walang tigil, bakit ganito pa rin? It was not that she did something wrong, but when they mapped out her week together, she saw it. Almost all of her time was going into responding to urgent orders, to client issues, to problems that came up without warning. Ang pag-iisip kung paano palalakihin ang client list, kung aling accounts ang pinaka-profitable, kung paano mababawasan ang last-minute orders, wala na siyang oras para doon. Kasi kapag lagi kang tumutugon, wala ka nang natitirang oras para mag-isip. Leah was giving everything, but everything was going into keeping up, not moving forward. Kaya, what this teaches us is, when a woman carries the reactive load of the business alone, she ends up surviving every day instead of building towards something better. Kaya tandaan anak, kapag lagi kang nasa catch-up mode, hindi ka talaga lumalago. Number 4, walang istruktura, walang layo. Alam mo ba kung sino talaga ang may hawak ng bawat malaking desisyon o dumadaan pa rin lahat sa iyo? If you've ever asked yourself na normal pa ba ito, there's a business owner who asks the same thing. Tawagin natin siyang si Oscar. He runs a hardware store. No? He manages the floor, suppliers, inventory, and staffing. Yung wife naman niya na si Betty handles the finances and pricing. Kaya sa papel, magkaibang teritoryo nila, di ba? Pero 1 quarter, nag-review si Oscar ng kanilang numbers at may lumabas na hindi niya hinihintay. Nagbibigay pala sila ng magkaibang quote sa parehong type ng client. Oscar would give a bulk rate to a contractor in the morning. Si Betty, not knowing Oscar had already quoted, would give a different rate to another contractor that same afternoon for the exact same order size. Kaya yung ibang mga contractors, they started comparing notes. One of them stopped ordering, telling the other store that hindi sila consistent. So anong problema dito? Walang designated na tao para sa pricing decisions. Walang malinaw na rule kung sino ang nagbibigay ng discount at anong sitwasyon at sa anong klase ng client. Two good people were deciding on their own without knowing what the other had said. And naramdaman ito ng mga clients. Kaya anak, ang lesson ay ito. When a business has no clear structure for who owns which decisions, two hardworking people will fill in that gap in different ways. Kaya ang resulta is not double the effort. It is confusion that quietly costs you Clients. Nawawala ang clients dahil dyan. Kaya kapag walang defined roles sa business, huwag mong sisihin ang mga tao. It's not a people problem. It's a structure problem. And that is the owner's job to fix. Number 5, busy, walang patutunguhan. As a business owner, can you say right now in specific numbers kung ano ang dapat makamit ng business mo this year? If you've ever felt stuck like this, let me tell you about Ronald. Ronald and his wife own a pharmacy in their municipality. Si Ronald ay sobrang involved sa daily operations, checking stocks, managing the staff, reviewing sales summaries every evening. So, by most measures, the business was running fine, di ba? Revenue was coming in, customers were coming back, walang malaking problema. Pero isang afternoon, his wife pulled him aside and asked him a direct question. Ronald, how do we actually know if we are growing or just surviving? And hindi makasagot si Ronald. Not because he was not paying attention, he was watching the business every single day. But watching is not the same as measuring. Walang quarterly revenue target, walang benchmark for which product categories should be growing, no number that would tell them clearly, we have moved forward this year versus we just got by. Walang number. So every month felt roughly the same. Same old. May kita, okay naman. Walang malaking problema. Pero at the end of the year, when they compare their numbers to the previous year, the growth was nearly flat. They had spent a full year of effort and the business had barely moved. Ronald's issue was not how hard he worked. The issue was structural. Walang performance framework, walang defined targets, walang tracking system, no way to know if the direction was right. Kaya ang lesson, kung wala tayong mga targets, a business has no way to measure progress. And a leader who cannot measure progress cannot make smart decisions kung saan ilalagay ang effort at ang mga pera. So anak, I hope itong 5 sitwasyon na to made you stop and think for a moment. Kasi kung mapapansin mo, may isang bagay na pare-pareho sa lahat ng kwento. Wala sa kanila ang tamad. Lahat sila nagsisipag, no? Wala ang daming oras na napunta sa mga bagay na hindi talagang nagpapalago ng negosyo. Carrying the daily load alone, not knowing which work actually pays, always reacting instead of planning, operating without a clear structure, and moving every single day without a target to measure against. Yan ang quiet trap of being busy, anak. Pagod ka, pero parang wala pa rin nagbabago. And here is the truth, most business owners don't want to hear. When you are inside your own business every day, it's very hard to see which activities are actually moving you forward and which ones are just keeping the lights on. This is the difference between masipag and maayos. Working hard is not the goal. Working on the right things with the right structure and the right direction. Yun ang magdadala sa iyo mula sa masipag papunta sa marunong at eventually maayos at malaya. If your business is 3 years old or more and you are feeling stuck even though you never stop working, I can help you get that clarity. Kung gusto mong ng personal guidance from me, book a free clarity call with my team. It is for business owners who are already running and ready to move forward, not just stay busy. The link is in the comment section. Let's be business-minded, Pinoy.